So movement and environment are the code words. Jackie Chan smiles. He does not fight like Jet Li. Jet Li is angry. Bruce Lee is respectfully angry. They were both oppressed, as was Jackie. I've read Jackie Chan's autobiography. I've studied his life.
Fighting games.
I also grew up playing fighting games. Tekken, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. I've played almost all of them. I'm a fighting game specialist, and I have a stick, an arcade stick. I love them, but I haven't spent my whole life in them. I play all games, but I love fighting games, okay? I used to go to arcades. I used to go look and play with their arcade sticks, so I bought my own. I have a Namco, a PS4 Namco arcade stick that works for every console, 3, 4, 5, and PC. So I've invested in the arcade fighting experience because I didn't feel I could get it on a console controller. But this game is not about that, okay? I'm using a controller because this game is about doing nothing. This game is like the USC. This game is like real martial arts. When the USC launched, the USC had the slogan, as real as it gets. And if you're in another country and you can't understand me, what this means is one word. Authentic. Authenticity is very important to me. So what's the point? What are you even talking about? This game provides you an authentic fighting experience. And what that means is, as you'll observe, the more you struggle, the harder it is. This is tempting. This is very tempting. Look how much they allow you. Standard attacks, quick attacks, sweeps, slices, striking, slow motion. Pointless. Distractions.
I also play Yakuzaki Yomi 2, which is a story.
Yes.
Japanese fighting game which I'd argue even rivals Sifu.
Yes. Excellent, excellent game. Excellent choice in game. You understand exactly what I mean, so I won't explain too much more. What I'm trying to say is this is a very authentic game. It's got an authentic kung fu feeling. Listen to the music. Look at the shadows, the graffiti. It's a filthy Hong Kong street. And they're shouting at me to get out of here. They're gang members. They're crouching down on their haunches, doing no good. This is a kung fu movie and I am the hero. Fuck yeah. Let's get excited. I love Jackie Chan movies. My favorite one is Rumble in the Bronx, but I love Armor of God 2, and I just love Jackie Chan. I read his autobiography. So he would play this like movement style. So let's pretend we're fighting this, okay? So if you're in the USC for the first time, what your average person will do.
Play as the female warrior.
Yes, me too. I picked the female character in this game on purpose. I find her more interesting. I don't get to play as a strong, non-cliched female character many times. So here's the thing. If you're in the UFC for the first time, you might do this. Ah! Sloppy, inaccurate, spammy, right? You might try and do all the holding moves, all the crazy shits, right? In this game, when you die, you get older. So it's like Hades, but you get meta progression. So as you die, you get stronger in the terms that you will be stronger the next time you open the game up, but you also will be more knowledgeable in your head, and you'll also have a little bit of a more calm attitude. You'll have a little bit more of a calm attitude, and that's exactly what they're trying to show you about martial arts. That first time you fight this game, you're going to be like, and die, and get pissed off and lose and quit. Well, you have to understand that took me a while if you want to shortcut it. Dying is the part of the game you should be doing. We grew up with games saying, game over, you suck! And it sucked. Now they're doing it on purpose to trigger you. So the game is triggering every way it knows how. It's giving you the most dramatic music. It's making it the most dramatic it can be. It's authentic and dramatic to Kung Fu style movies. But what it does is it mixes that with realism. The realism in this game comes from the insane amount of detail in the movement system, the very, very intricate dodging system, the 8 points of movement. It's all very much akin to how a karate, kung fu, martial artist, or any sort of person who studies physical movement would do it. So what you see me doing here as I'm talking is I'm calmly circling here, but then I got too close. So what I just did is I accidentally cut an angle where I was too close to this pole. Why? Does that matter? Because that pole could have hit me. So what I got to think about doing here is circling. Oh, pole's attacking me, right? I get too close, parry, back out, back out. I got to pretend that if this pole hits me, it's going to hurt. I don't want to hurt. That's the basis of martial arts. Yes, you can be tough and run in their face and be like, blah, 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 blah. Waste of time. Waste of time. Sit back and watch a real kung fu master. What they do is this. They say, hello. And then they sit there and they stand there still. And you go crazy and they just go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get out of here. That sort of attitude is what scares and intimidates people. Screaming, yelling. Everything I've done on Twitch, none of that gets attention for very long. Because people see someone running through going, ah! And yeah, it gets attention, but no one really pays attention to it for very long. So let's try it a few different ways. What you'll see is I'm gonna try to do it slow, and then I'll accidentally speed up, and then I'll slow down again. It's also on the hardest difficulty. I have the least amount of health. I have none of the upgrades. Now, that looked easy, right? Now we go in fresh and my microphone turns off and I show you the way I used to play and we progress into the way I now play. And maybe you can show me how I should play next, fighting game lovers, or just general people in the world. Hello, I'm John.
佢哋封鎖咗貨倉嘅入口，要揾到另一條路入去。放馬過嚟啦！
躝開啦！呢度冇你要嘅嘢啊！躝開！呢度冇你要嘅嘢！仆街，快截住佢！
Can I recommend game with blood, gore, and great combat?
Yes! I'd love to know which game.
放低武器！原來你得咁㗎咋？
It's a cool zombie game called Lollipop Chainsaw Repop.
I heard of that one, I have never played it. Someone else told me about it.
You should try it. It's also very sexual.
That's okay. I'm an adult. I'm nearly 40. I've had sex. I've had sexy sex. Guess what else? I've had sex and I didn't even have children. It was just sex. I just did it with a woman I liked on a date because we both wanted to. Consensually, we thought it would be fun, we did. We just had fun sex. It was great. I don't know why people get upset about it. Sex is really confusing sometimes and it gets aggressive. That's awful. But like, we were consensually having fun, and sex is cool. If you were to enjoy a video game with sexual content in a safe way, that sounds cool. I think that's something we should all talk about. Sort of like sex education of the modern era, right? Why is it that we're all so like scared? Probably because we keep secrets, like about sex games. You shouldn't have to tell me it's sexy and like clarify it, because it's so kind that you did, but it's also weird when you're autistic like me, because I'm like, dude, why is sex barriered off like that? I don't see why. We all came from a mother and a father who had sex, or a test tube that had semen from a mother, or a laboratory-generated egg. There is some form of sex.
For our channel, it's for educational purposes.
Yes!
On the floor, laughing,
Yes! You should be laughing. You should be smiling. You know why sex is funny? It's full of funny words like penis, vagina, phallus, sphincter. Are you not laughing yet? Say 'em. Sphincter, vagina is so funny. Did you know you have 3 or 4 sphincters in your body? Did you know your eyeballs are actually sphincters, like your anus? It's just a muscle. It contracts, it expands. There's one in your gut. It releases acids for food and shit. It's called the sphincter of Oddi. How is your sphincter of Oddi? This is a real thing a doctor could ask you. Sex is stupid. That was just a regular organ. Now you want to mix babies and life? No wonder sex gets complicated. No wonder they taught it in school, despite teachers and parents and churches screaming it would ruin the world. This is not the first time in my life someone's tried to make sex seem like the worst thing in the world. When I am so autistic, I can't see it, you guys.
Laughing, funny as hell.
I'm funny because it's so true. You can't help it. You see it now. This is autism in play. This is it. Sex is just a thing you do. It's goo and organ slapping. Why we make goo organ slapping so complicated is the cause of so much pain. We could eliminate it by being adults. I get it. It makes funny noises. It does things sometimes. I was once with a lady, and air shot out of her involuntarily. It interrupted the coitus. Do you see the fantastic fun you can have with the words? I bet we're not even setting off a vulgarity filter by saying there was air rapidly expelled from her orifice in the middle of the coitus. And if you don't know what that means, it means I shot air out of her pussy. And I did scream that at the top of my lungs because I think it's okay. If I was having sexual intercourse right now and I screamed, I made air shoot out of your pussy, I think the world would be okay. I think you would still be okay. I think everyone is still okay now that I said it 3 or 4 times. Anyone who can hear me on the internet or neighbors, you're all still okay, knowing that air is possibly going to escape a woman's vagina and someone's going to be like me and scream out and laugh about it for a while because she was mortified, scared, and turned off. I was hilariously laughing and suddenly extra hard. And I don't know if I'm allowed to say hard in that context because context is another hilarious thing. I think context is funny. What is context? Well, see, my name is Hard Cats Only and nobody knows what it means. And I think that's funny because my last name is Hard Grove. And nobody knows what that means. And I think that's funny. And my bank once called me Mr. Hardwood and I made a YouTube short about it because they hung up on me when I said to them, I don't know how to respond to you calling me Mr. Hardwood. It's 8 a.m. I've been with this bank for 30 years and they're calling me Mr. Hardwood. How do they know? Has AI gotten that smart that it knows that I wake up with a persistent erection? Isn't that another fun phrase that probably may or may not be allowed on the internet or your mother's church? Persistent erection! You might say if Hard Cats Only persists for more than 20 minutes that you should consult a doctor. It's been said before. People have abandoned my stream, screaming at me to stop because they couldn't handle the raw hardness of this place. I kid you not. I haven't had many names in my life. I've been called things. That's why I'm telling you, as an autist, it's hilarious. The things I've been called. I'm just one little guy. Okay? Smoking trees. I'm one guy and I'm smoking trees. Would you like to smoke trees with me, chat? This is how I slow down. I'm not fucking with you. I'm authentic. I'm holding a bong. I've been using it the whole time, attempting to smoke it to calm down. What am I doing instead? It's a microphone, like my controller is now. Do you know why I never get gaming done anymore? The thing I used to game on is now the fucking microphone. And I'm autistic! My PlayStation knows this. Sony are Japanese. They're fucking smart. They're intuitive and they're funny and they're clever. They value clever, smart fucking shit. That's why I love Sony and smart Japanese shit. You will too if you lean into it. They like fucking with people. I know you're confused. I'm going to tell you a joke to bring you back. In Japan, you can go to a vending machine for anything. You know that. You know that, don't you? Yes, you do. You can go to Japan and go and buy the vending machine with food, panties, anything. So what's the funniest one to me? It sells you a VHS or a DVD or a promise of porno. Another great word. We used to say porno. Now that's probably not cool. Probably ages me into the bracket of people you now disregard as being irrelevant, as I used to do for anyone who looked like me with hair and wrinkles and personality. As a younger person, I was repulsive. I see it happening all the time now when I leave my house. They like you briefly till they realize they're about to learn something. Then they shut up and they hate you and they wish you'd walk away so they can go back to TikToking in the moonlight, huh? Spotlight, huh? Shorty looking great in the moonlight, huh? Why your bad mind, good light, mind light, moonlight, spotlight, short light, fortlight, fortnight, 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 sporklight, borklight, poop. That is what I have to do to get that generation on board, because what I said then made sense to someone, I'm sure. Not me, skibbity riz doo-dah. But then if I was talking to my grandpa, I would say, oh, skippity doo-dah, skippity day. Oh my, what a wonderful day. Do you think it was fucking wonderful when he sung that song, by the way? Do you think the world was great and now it's shit? Well, then you're a fucking idiot. I probably set off the filter now, didn't I? Better take it down a notch or the neighbors will think I'm actually insane. I'm actually giving an impassioned speech that makes perfect sense, but because of the delivery, once again, context, tone, delivery makes all the difference. You'll see AI is telling you everything I used to say. You're listening to it. Because you don't know what the hell AI is and you're scared of it, so it's got your attention. Now, I didn't say you were hearing it, I said you were listening. To hear it, you haven't heard me, probably. You've been listening a lot. Here's what I want you to hear. I'm John. I'm a real fucking human being. I'm complicated, but here's what I got. The ability to tell you what's going on. That's it. I can't tell you how to fix it. That's where you come in. So what's going on? No fucking idea. I'm about to smoke a bong. But I tell you one thing, I could sing this song all day long, and you're not gonna stop me because you've gone into zombie mode. Dong! That's the bell to wake up. Where the fuck did I end up with this truck? I think I've started to rap. That's total crap. But that's what my dad would say. This is why we have different delivery modes. Yay! I think I switched into a different gear. What, top or 6? I don't know. How about a beer? That's about a triple bar. I think I posted a quad bar earlier by Seth, my mate. He's not actually, he's just Australian, but he may as well because he's male, and therefore he's fucking struggling, and he has no emotional outlet, and that's why we do social media, because we have no outlet anymore. You know what the problem is? It's real busy out there. Bet you didn't see my shit. I know why. I didn't see your shit because I was doing my shit, and then someone else's shit came and smeared it in my face, and we're all just shitting and everything, okay? So no more shit. What we gotta do is flip it. And start to do what we used to do. That's it. The simplest answers in life are just Go back to what was doing good shit. Society was built on the idea of a community. This whole platform is called a fucking community. I have a community. It's called Hardcats. Do you see what we're doing? We're literally changing the world back to the way it was. So it's very easy to do because it was this way. Just like when you regrow the garden in the way it used to be, or you regrow your hair, or you go back to doing the old habit, it's all fucking there. It's there, right? So it stopped being funny. The Japanese porno machine, what does it do? Porn. Whatever machine it is, it offers you a promise. You buy a DVD of a sexy tape, and it's got a description on it of all the amazing things. You buy the description you like, so it's giving you power and control. You find out the box is empty. It's got a note telling you that? Little joke on you. You bought porno out of a vending machine, you cheeky bastard. It's empty. Fuck you. But also, here's some candy. It's delicious. So what people end up doing is going to Japan, wandering around, feeling cheeky, going to buy porn, getting scammed, and then having some lovely candy to walk around with. That is Japan in a nutshell, if you don't know much about it. So, what am I trying to get at? I'm following you back with the breadcrumbs. This is what they did back in the day when they got lost in the woods. Hansel and Gretel would drop breadcrumbs along the track. So we've established with you now, Japanese people love to laugh at you and life because it's hard. And the guy that's saying skip-diddy-doo-dah, skip-diddy-day is probably not that much different to the guy that's singing skip, like, you know, in the 90s, or the guy with ska, you know, with horns, or the guy singing it on TikTok today. They've always had a group of society they hated. There's always been an in-group and an out-group and blah, 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 blah. The in-group is always the one in control. The in-group have the majority. The in-group are the fucking the generic, yeah? Just because you like generic things doesn't mean anything. You can love Star Wars. It's fine. It's how you engage life that's the most important thing. So, what I'd like to do is ask you all to engage life in whatever way that means something to you. I don't care if you actually comment or say anything. I actually love that Smokin' talks to me because I like to talk, obviously. But if there's other people here who didn't say anything, I love you too. And if you watch this later and you hear it, that's great. If you want to leave a comment, please do. It's fun. You should have a say. It's amazing. I say should on purpose. You should have a say and have a go. But if you don't want to, then don't. When you do feel that itchy feeling in your gut, then absolutely do it. You'll see my social media littered with this kind of stuff because I want to show you what you can do. I want to show you that the Instagram is a bit of a funny little place with memes, and the TikTok's just where people like to dance and sing and be silly. I love watching the people I met in Nigeria dancing and saying they love God. It's got nothing to do with me. That's their language. I want to learn about it because I'm autistic and weird like that. Maybe I am or not. I could never get diagnosed. I think that's probably the most autistic ADHD thing ever that proves I'm ADHD autistic, is that I couldn't figure out how to get diagnosed and focus enough to get it to happen properly. You know, I got adult diagnosed at like age 30 for the ADHD. I'm nearly 40. Maybe by the time I'm 40, I'll actually get diagnosed and helped by society. But if you're out there and you hear me and you think, fuck, I relate to this guy, don't like stress too hard if nothing's working and you feel like you're on fire. Because nothing's working and you're actually on fire, I'd recommend water. I haven't had it in a long time. I've been farting, I'm sure, because all I do is drink McDonald's coffee and smoke bongs now. But in the meantime, you know what else I'm doing? Changing the world. Isn't that weird? That a farting, bong-smoking, weirdo, autistic guy sitting in his house with a PlayStation is changing the world. How and why is that even a reality, John? That's not true. Well, you're a liar, it is. Look, I'll tell you. Let's break it down autism style, or logic style, whatever style, Sherlock style. What's he holding? It's a controller. What does the controller do? Well, it's used for the game. Yes. What else does it do? It's a microphone. And why is it a microphone? Because gaming is no longer done by yourself in a room. It's done online with the world. And if you're doing it alone in a room, you're doing it old school. That's cool. I like old school things too. Sometimes I go for a walk without a phone. I did it today. It's really healthy. But also, if you haven't tried this, you should. You can do it with the click of a button from the console. And here's where I circle the drain like the teacher that you hated, and I point out all of the silly things that I did to make you listen to me. If you're still here and you're listening, this is for you, because no one else is here. It's probably just you and me. And by me, it could just be me. I might just be all that's here. I've come to learn that's okay. Because I am alone in my house. I am alone on the internet as far as I know. Smoking trees could be my hallucination. Could be a real person I love. I don't know. It's less important than engaging the game, engaging the chat as if they were real, as if it mattered, as if this could work, as if it was fun, as if we had a shot, as if you weren't in the 99%, as if you were the 1%, as if you were alive for a day and you could do anything. Those are all the ways the world used to be, yeah? So be like a Japanese person, be like Hideo Kojima, laugh at the world and pee on Death Stranding. And then open up Sifu and do a little bit of silly kung fu. And then go into Minecraft and build something with blocks. Or go off and do something where it's sexy. Play the sexy Chainsaw Lollipop game. Do you see what they did with the name? They called it Chainsaw Lollipop and they made it about sex. That to me is enough of a reason to play it without knowing anything about it, because they're an artist who's done something here. Art does not exist on paper solely. That's an old school thing. I also love art on paper. I'm looking at it right now. It's on my wall. My wall art barely gets my attention. When it does, it's cool. But I go to museums and look at wall art a couple times a year, if ever. I'm on the internet every single day. So is everyone else. The world is full of content now. And it's very noisy. So if you've been sad or happy, that's because of the part of the noise you get. There's a bunch of people like me that was suffering in silence. Or like my friend in Japan who quit TikTok because they hated it. I bet they didn't get the Nigerian feed. So if you're not happy with Instagram, are you getting a hard cat feed? You might be happier with my social media in the sense you'll be learning every day because there's puzzles to be solved and you'll have fun like the Wordle. Some people come and go from the Wordle and some people's hardness comes and goes like an erection and some of us stay persistently erect. That's the circle back on the stand-up routine. You saw it? I didn't plan this, by the way. This is all improvised. This has just been in my head for 40 years. That's the kind of special guy I am, who could sit in a room with literally, I think, diarrhea on my ass cheeks now. I think one or two of those farts was actually liquidified, or the air has now nestled in the gap between my cheeks, which is withered away from not moving out of my room because I've been farting and talking so much I haven't fed myself or showered healthily. But I have learned a lot about life. I think you all need to participate more. And by participate, I mean just have a go, mate. Just have a fucking crack and give it a go. You can't go wrong if you're having a try. That's what we all grew up in Australia learning, so that's what I've come to tell the rest of the world. I think a little bit of Australian logic's what we need right now. That's why I'm leaning into it, because I'm not really a very Australian guy. I am born in Australia, I am Australian, but I'm not a very Australian guy. I think anyone who knows me knows that. I haven't fit in with Australia, ever. I am the black sheep of Australia, so it's no surprise I've found the black sheep of Japan, the black sheep of Norway, the black sheep of the world. I just called us all hard cats. We're not black sheep. We're hard cats, okay? Black sheep has a weird connotation. So does hard cats. You know why I picked it? Because we own it. Just like you own your content, anything you make is you. If you dance in a way, that's you. If you choose not to post, that's you. If you post, that's you. Just be you and engage and participate in you. If you look at my post and don't say anything, that's so special to me because I know you looked at it and you couldn't or didn't say anything. Now I'm curious. Now I want to talk to you. Now I love you. Now I want to have another go, don't I? Now the world's back the way it was. Now it's not like COVID again. Now you want to get gaming, don't you? Now you want me to play the game. I know I will. But I'll be really honest with you. After saying all that, I could keep playing. That's what I used to do. I'm gonna take a short break and check if there's actually feces on my butt. Because it's entirely possible that I am sitting here in a bed of filth with actual